Brother, we have to be honest with ourselves. If we are struggling with breaking free from our addiction to porn and masturbation, we lack self control in one area of our life, but probably more than one area. We lack the control that when we're triggered, when we feel the urge, when we feel the rush, maybe when we're tempted, when we're alone, we lack the ability to control ourselves to not return back to the screen. We lack the ability to not give in to those temptations. And on one fundamental level, that is us struggling with self control. Now, there's obviously other factors that are driving this. There's a root cause of this is addiction. There's a reason why we've chosen pornography as our escape outlet versus drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling. So, this episode of The Rebuilt Man, we're not going to talk about those areas of our life. But what I'm going to share with you are the 7 things that I believe you need to begin to fast from on a daily or regular basis to help you build the discipline, to help you build the willpower, to help you build the control and build the confidence in yourself that you can not just succeed in going a short period of time without pornography, but give you the confidence and equip you with the ability to sustain freedom and become the man that is no longer addicted to pornography. You know, Aurelius once said, we should discipline ourselves in small things, and from these things progress to things of greater value. And what he's sharing is that if we can learn to discipline ourselves in the small areas of our lives, the things that we do on a daily basis, then we can grow, we can develop that skill set, that ability, that trait within us all, that no matter what we're confronted with, we don't give in. So, the 7 things we're going to talk about here today are things that you are probably struggling with. Maybe not all 7 you need to begin to work through, but if you can, find the strength, find the discipline, find the willpower to fast from these things for a short period of time. Brother, you're going to become the man that no matter what life throws at him, no matter what stresses, no matter what challenges, no matter what obstacles, you will not give in to pornography. Before we do that, guys, if you're getting value out of these episodes, guys, this is episode 17 of The Rebuilt Man. We're so grateful to have you here with us. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn those post notifications on. And if you're getting value here on the audio side, if you could take a moment here after today's episode and leave us a 5-star rating and written review, it would mean the absolute world to me. But the 7 things we all need to fast from, guys. The first thing that all men that are struggling with pornography addiction should learn to fast from is sex. A man that can control his ability and transcend his sexual desires is a powerful man that can accomplish anything he sets his mind to. You know, I always think about the book Think and Grow Rich, the great book written by Napoleon Hill. Chapter 12 or chapter 13, he talks about the power of sex transmutation, the power of taking that sexual energy that is living inside of all of us and how we can transmute this into building greater things in the world. You think of the men that have built this world, skyscrapers, bridges, incredible companies, empires. All of these men knew the power of their sexual energy, and they had the ability to transmute this sexual energy into greater accomplishments. So if you're struggling with a pornography addiction right now, perhaps one thing you need to learn to fast from is sex. Now, this may be difficult with your partner, it may be difficult with your wife, but if she is aware of the struggles that you're going through and she wants you to become the man that you have the potential to be, recruit her into this corner. Terry Crews, the great actor that has been open about his struggles with pornography addiction, talks about for him going on a 90-day sex fast with his wife, how it gave him the power, how it gave him the ability to overcome his pornography addiction. So number 1 is sex, guys. Number 2 is food. Learning to control your consumption of food is one of the greatest practices in building the self-control and self-discipline. Here at Rebuilt Recovery, it's a part of our curriculum that in week 2, all of our men go on a 48-hour fast. And then once we're done with that, we have a regular weekly fast where we go 24 hours without food. And there's a multitude of reasons as to why. We want to grow and strengthen our relationship with God. We want to connect with a higher power. We want to tap into a higher state of mental clarity and focus once you get into a state of ketosis. But above all that, learning to deny yourself of food on a regular basis teaches you the ability to say no, teaches you how to not give in to temptations, teaches you how to build the self-discipline that is needed. So number two, guys, here is to learn and regularly practice fasting from food. Number three, the third thing that all men that are struggling with pornography addiction can benefit from learning to fast from is social media. Mindlessly scrolling social media to get small hits of dopamine is you edging the line. Once your dopamine returns back to baseline, you will experience an uneasiness and have the higher probability of returning back to pornography. You all know what I'm talking about. You're sitting there on the couch, you're probably sitting there on the toilet, maybe even listening to this conversation or this episode right now. You see the images, you see the fitness girls, you see the OnlyFans models, and it gives you a small hit. But your brain, your body, and even you know that that is not all that you can get. If you quickly click a few buttons, you'll be right back to the porn screen. If we can learn to control our time on social media, go on a social media fast for 30, 60, 90 days. And you have to ask yourself the question, is social media using me, or am I using it for good? Here at the Rebuilt Man, we use social media to promote our message. We have our YouTube channel. We have our Instagram following. We're across all these platforms, but we use it to put good there out in the world. There's a reason why you're getting this app for free. They are monetizing you. They are monetizing your attention. If you're not aware of these things, you can quickly fall into the trap. So the third thing that I think all men that are struggling with pornography addiction can learn to fast from that will benefit them in their recovery to help them reboot their life is learning to fast from social media. Number four, we taught an entire episode on this topic and on this fourth part right here. And it's fasting from hitting the snooze button. Porn-free men know the importance of winning the day. They also know that not keeping that first commitment you set is not a healthy way to start the day. When you begin the day negotiating with yourselves and not honoring your promises and commitments, it makes not honoring your promises and commitments a whole lot easier later on in the day. When I talk about fasting from snoozing, what I mean is stop hitting that damn snooze button. One of the best ways that you can do this is by putting the alarm clock on a side of the room where you have to get up, walk across a room to turn it off. So many of us sleep with our phones or our alarm clocks within an arm's distance of reach for us. So we almost unconsciously have built this habit, have built this program, have developed these neural pathways that we do this without even be fully aware of it. But if you can begin every day by winning, by not hitting snooze, by honoring that first commitments, the chances of you succeeding in your recovery grow tenfold. Number five is fasting from victim mindset or complaining. Here's the truth, brother. If you don't take responsibility for your life and actions and constantly pass off responsibility to others, then you'll never be able to do what is necessary to quit porn and reboot your life. Here's what you have to understand is you are the only person that is responsible for you being addicted to porn, and you are the only person that will be responsible for you overcoming this addiction. Everything you have in your life right now or everything you don't have is a byproduct of your choices, actions, and decisions. Nobody else's. Nobody else is shoveling food down your throat. Nobody else is tying you to a chair and saying you must watch this screen. Nobody else is avoiding taking the steps to launch that business. Nobody else is getting out in the real world and having conversations for you with women. So everything you have or everything you don't have is a byproduct of your choices and your decisions. And if you constantly pass off that responsibility, you'll never grow and become the man that can transcend his porn addiction. So stop living in a victim mindset and fast from complaining about your life starting today. Number six, the sixth thing that you can fast from that will help you in your recovery of overcoming pornography addiction is procrastination. Stop putting things off that you know you need to get done. This is training yourself that the things that you want in your life are not important. And brother, if this is the relationship that you hold with yourself, why would you be committed to doing the things that are necessary to quit porn? You know, there's a laundry list of things right now that you're putting off that need to get done. You need to have that conversation with your wife. You need to get your finances in order. You need to file your taxes. You need to walk into the gym and sign up for a membership. You need to reach out to your brother that you know is struggling with something right now. All of these areas in our lives that we're not doing the things is reminding us that, hey, Frank's not the man that does the things that he knows he needs to get done. So when it's late at night and you've had a difficult day and you're stressed about work and you're stressed about tomorrow, why would you do the things that are necessary to quit porn if you are a man that constantly procrastinates in every other area of his life? And number 7, the seventh and final thing that you all need to begin to fast from on a regular basis is settling. Stop settling for a life less than you know what your potential is. This goes on all fronts. This goes into your porn addiction, into your health, into your finances, into your relationships. These last 3 are all really tied together because a person that lives in a victim mindset is a person that procrastinates. And a person that procrastinates is a person that is settling for being less than he can be. So I believe if you begin to win number 5 and you begin to take action on number 6, the settling will take care of itself. But fast from being less than the man that you know you can be. So those are the 7 things, guys. 7 things to fast from that will help you quit porn and reboot your life. Number 1 is sex. Number 2 is food. Number 3 is social media. Number 4 is snoozing. Number 5 is victim mindset. Number 6 is procrastination. And number 7 is settling. If you can learn to control yourself in these 7 areas of your life, you will grow into, develop yourself, and become the man that can transcend his pornography addiction. And I can guarantee that with 100% certainty. Guys, if you got value out of this episode, make sure to head over to Apple, leave us a 5-star rating and written review. If you're watching there on the YouTube channel, guys, and you are not yet subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn those post notifications on. We're dropping 3 episodes a week and tons of clips, guys. If you want to connect with me, head over to Instagram, Coach Frank Rich. I'd love to hear from you guys. But get out there, take action, begin to build the self-control, because as Marcus Aurelius said, we should discipline ourselves in small things, and from these things, progress to things of greater value. God bless you guys. Coach Frank Rich, we love you. We'll see you in the next one.